What is up, guys? FallenRedZeo here, back again doing more Marvel Legends. This time we have the X-Men wave of, I think it's wave 4, with the Build-A-Figure of Caliban, which you can see Caliban's face right there. So first character we got up in here is Beast, which is really cool. He's one of my favorite X-Men. Then next up we've got Weapon X and Forge, Blink and Jubilee, and then the last two of Skullbuster and Gambit, which of course is cool that we get a Gambit and everything there. So of course this has the Build-A-Figure of Caliban, so at the end we'll go ahead and build him all together and look at him as well. And I have done a little bit of research on all the character stuff just so I know what's going on with each of them and everything. So let's go ahead and get into it and check out each one. So first up here we've got the Beast character, which again, as I mentioned, is one of my favorite characters ever from X-Men. X-Men are one of my favorite groups from all of Marvel Comics, and Beast is my favorite probably out of that. But this character figure looks really cool. I've never really seen any of the other Beasts from the past Marvel Legends sets. I know they exist and I know my brother has them, but I've never actually seen them myself in hand or anything. So this is pretty cool to actually see this, and I really like this figure a lot. It looks really cool. It looks very much like the Beast straight out of the 90s cartoon stuff, which is what I grew up on and everything. So this looks very cool. So there's a look at his face. Of course, he's an all blue Beast figure, which kind of fits with the name. And so there's a look at his face, and so he apparently has monkey or ape-like features and stuff. So that's what a lot of his kind of face comes with stuff. He's got fangs there, as you can see his mouth. Of course, the big angry face stuff again looks somewhat similar to a monkey and stuff, with a more bare face and then hair coming off of the side and everything. Nice big bushy eyebrows, some white eyes there and stuff. On the side he's got ears that look like bat wings or some, so big pointy ears, and then of course the hair design that comes out to the points as well, very similar to Wolverine's and everything. And I like the pretty much black hair color, but with the blue tints and highlights onto it and stuff to of course make it look more bluish color and stuff, but darker around on the hair, or for the hair and everything there. And then of course we've got the rest of his body, which is a big body obviously compared to normal figure stuff. It's a big hulking body and stuff, and he's all furry and stuff. You can see the chest hair, of course the basic design has all the detail into it and stuff that makes it look like he's all hairy and everything. He's got the little trunks on there with the belt with the X-Men logo on it and stuff. You can see the legs of the little trunks there and stuff, and of course he's barefooted there. So for articulation, of course, we've got the head that can twist all the way around, as you can see there. It can look up a little bit. It's not a whole lot, but it does have a little bit of range of movements, mostly because of his muscles back there. He does have a butterfly joint here on the arm. Of course, this side's a little stuck. But there it's got the butterfly joint, as you can see. Then of course the normal shoulder joint there, which can rotate. Of course it can't move too much though, because it interferes with the shoulder here, but it does have that rotation up and twist all the way around. It does have a bicep twist that can go all the way around. A double elbow joint there, which you don't really need a double elbow joint. I guess there you can kind of get it to bend a little bit more, but because of his body and stuff you can't really get it to bend too far. I like the fur here on his elbow and everything there. Then of course the wrist that can twist around and flex and everything there. Very nice with a grip hand on that side. You can see his claws and everything. And then we do have an ab crunch there. Well, it looks like additional crunch. So we got a waist ab crunch there. Then it looks like maybe a little additional one here that can't really move too much. It does have a little pop going into it, and a little bit of rotation, as you can see there, and everything. So additional little movement stuff, because of course he's Beast, he's super agile and stuff, so it fits to have more movement to him. No real waist twist though, as you can see it doesn't twist at the waist or anything. And then his thighs, or hips here, sorry, so he's got his legs can go back like that, straight out that far and stuff. Of course his muscles and stuff get in the way, so he can't really move too much, and then out to the side there and stuff. So pretty good range movement there. It does have the thigh twist, which is kind of real stiff on the figure, but it does twist around there, as you can see there. And then double knee joints, so double knee there. And of course the foot, which has some additional stuff, so it's got the side twist. It does have the flexion, so you can move it back and forth like that. Again, all the joints are real stiff on this. And then it also has the additional toe movements there, so you can kind of do some gripping around and movement stuff. I kind of have not able to really get him to stand up too straight and stuff. I've been trying to mess with his feet and stuff, get the joints all loosened up to be able to move him to get the stand up and everything, but it still looks pretty cool. For accessories, all he comes with a fist hand for the right, so you can put a fist hand on, and then for the left he comes with an open palm hand and stuff, which of course everyone likes to do the handstand move with, where they put it on, make him stand on one hand and stuff. That it's fun to do with this Beast character and stuff. So we've got that. And the last thing, he comes with the Caliban head here, so the giant ugly face of Caliban there for that, which we'll set aside. And so stuff I looked up, of course, he is Beast. Hank McCoy Dr. Hank McCoy, so he is a doctor and everything. He's a super genius and everything, so very cool guy in general. For some of his power stuff, he's got superhuman strength and agility, the ape-like features of hands and feet and face and everything there. He's got super senses and stuff, so he can smell and detect things and everything. Then he's got fangs and claws, so you can see his mouth and his claws there. So very cool overall. I really like this figure. So that's going to be it for Beast. Next up, we've got Weapon X, which is also known as Logan or Wolverine. And so this is from the Weapon X experiment, where he was, of course, taken and modified with his mutant genes and stuff, and they bonded adamantium into his skeleton, which gave him the powers, you know, he pretty much can't be broken and stuff because of his adamantium. Then his healing factor and stuff built into that, and then also gave him his claws here, as we can see. And so this is, of course, Logan stuff, or for comic, more accurate stuff. So size-wise, I mean, of course, next to Beast, pretty much anybody should be small, but he's supposed to be like 5 foot or something, so Wolverine is supposed to be real small and stuff, so I like that they made the figure small. And so this, I personally don't care about this figure. I'm not a huge Wolverine fan. I like him in his classic, or the blue and yellow outfit and stuff. It was part of the X-Men, but other than that, I'm not really interested in Wolverine. But this figure overall is kind of cool and stuff. Like I said, I like the size, and it's got the Weapon X, so it's from when he breaks out, of course, out of the Weapon X facility and everything. And so he's got this all sorts of stuff on. Again, I don't know what any of this is called and stuff, but he's got a helmet on here to kind of like help control him and seduce him and stuff, to be able to make him could be controlled and everything. So he's got the helmet on, and then he's got a piece of like a chest harness here, as you can see there. Then around his waist, he's got this belt on, has all sorts of contraption stuff, little machines and stuff. He's got tubes coming out, of course, one going to his head, and then one coming out around to his arms and stuff here. As you can see, the tubes, the red tubes, I like those. And again, they're big and loose, so you can move his hands around easily. He's got these wristbands on, again, with more boxes for control and stuff there on his wrist. Of course, his claws, has got to have Wolverine's got to have his claws, which again, they never make claws perfect, but they do have some adjustments in there now, so you can kind of get them straightened out. And then other than that, he's just got the underwear on, and he's completely naked beyond that. I like the hair there on his legs and stuff, because of course it's Wolverine, so he's going to be all hairy and stuff. It's on his chest there and everything. So for movements and stuff, oh, and it is got his unmasked face, looking face there and stuff, so he's got the long hair and the sideburns and everything. So for movements, not much in the neck because of his hair getting in the way, but it does have some movements there. It does have the butterfly joints there, which added on, which looks cool. Then it's got the regular ab crunch joints into there as well, as you can see, so it's pretty cool they got that. It does have the waist twist there as well. Of course, the legs, all the same movements. I'm not going to go into all the details. Of course, no toe joints on him though, or anything, but very nice looking figure. Again, very same basic figure as usual. And again, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail on all the figures once, if there was, you know, repeated things, so I'm not going to go into it, but very nice looking figure. Again, just not my favorite, but I think overall for a Weapon X looks pretty good. For accessories, he comes with an unmasked head, so if you don't want that helmet on, you can put this face on as instead. So there's what he looks like, of course, outside of the Wolverine mask and outfit and stuff. So his face there, of course, he's got some nasty looking teeth there, which you'd think he should just have normal teeth, but he's got weird looking teeth design there. Very angry face, big bushy eyebrows, and of course the hair coming off, kind of doing the Wolverine points with the hair. Of course the big sideburns and everything. So very nice looking face sculpt there as well. And then the only other thing is Caliban's right leg here, as you can see that there. And that's pretty much it, I guess, for Weapon X. Next up is Forge, which is a kind of interesting character. I've not really seen much. I've seen him before, I've heard of him and everything, but not much going into it. So just to start out real quick, he is a Native American, so that's going to kind of lead into his design and everything there. He's a medicine man. He was a soldier in the Vietnam War, and he has cybernetic limbs from losing limbs in the war, which we only really see his leg in this one, but I know he sometimes has an arm and stuff there as well. So let's look at him there. So there's his face, I would say kind of like a very similar, like classic Native American design. So of course he's got the darker skin, and just kind of like the face design reminds me of the Native American like pictures and stuff you see. So very classic looking there. He does have the mustache though added on. It looks like he's got red eyes. I don't know if they're supposed to be red or brown, but they look red. So he's got the long hair pulled back into a ponytail, has the red band around his head there as well, which I like that design there. Then he's in the X-Men outfit, so he's got the blue and the yellow. Of course, my favorite type of design stuff for characters when they're in the blue and yellow. The belt with the X-Men logo on. Of course, shoulder holsters here with pockets and stuff to hold weapons and everything. Then he's got a thigh holster down here on his cybernetic leg, as you can see there, with the holster there. And of course, again, same X-Men outfit there. All the way down into the boots, where we got like Native American style boots there, of course, with the fringes hanging off at the top there, and then just brown leather and stuff, like actual leather and stuff, hide there made into that. So very nice looking. So pretty much looks like movement stuff all the same, should be just the same pretty much as the logo. Of course, his chest is either too far down or too high up, but I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. Oh, I do like his gloves here with the high up the arm gloves there with like the gauntlet parts and everything there. I do like those in the yellow. Again, his cybernetic blade because of his loss of limbs, so I like that design into there and everything as well. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much the same. Again, not going to look at all the details. He's got all the same stuff. And then I did want to do a comparison. So there is the Weapon X Wolverine and Beast next to him. So you can see the size difference because Ford should pretty much be like just the average figure height and stuff. So you can see the two size differences there. But then accessories for Forge, he does come with guns because we will see his skill and stuff. So it comes with a handgun here, which can go into his holster here on the side, like that. And then along with that, he does come with a rifle. Looks like maybe like a shotgun or maybe just a rifle, not exactly sure, gun there. And then he comes with the left hand here of Caliban as well. But for some of his stuff, he's an inventor, he's a genius, has mystical abilities that go in with his Native American stuff of medicine man stuff, kind of going into that. And he's an expert marksman, so that's why he's got the guns and that sort of stuff there, which is pretty dang cool. And I do overall like this figure, mostly just because of the X-Men outfit, but it's still pretty cool overall. So that's it for Forge. Next up here, we've got Blink, which is kind of an interesting character, and we've seen her in some movies. So we saw her in X-Men Days of Future Past, and then she's been in the TV show Gifted and everything. So we have seen her portrayed in movies and everything as well. So it's kind of cool. So her real name is Clarice Ferguson, and so looking at her, so you can see she's got this all like purplish pink skin on her, as you can see all throughout her body. Then she has a nice green outfit over the top here with some skirting down here around the waist. Again, it's a belt that I hate on Marvel Legends, that they don't like attach this stuff. It's just loose and hanging. I want it to be like attached on there, but I like the skirting. Very much reminds me of Mystique, but purple and green instead of blue and white and everything. But there's a look at her face. I like the face design there. Again, the pink color. She's got nice yellow eyes there. Some of the pink, actual pink color markings there on her face. I assume possibly like tattoos or just marking of her skin. She's got a reddish hair color there, which again is swept back out. Marvel Legends does a really good job with hair and stuff. I like that swept back behind her ears and stuff. Has some like bangs here in the front. She's got a choker on there, or a low collar, like leather color. And then again, the green outfit. So it's got the sleeves here on the arms, and then her centerpiece there again with the cloth all the way down to her green boots. And again, she's a female, so we do have different movements. Looks like she has a little bit of an issue here, if it'll focus in on her shoulder, just like an extra piece of plastic. But I don't know if that's stopping her shoulder, but it looks like the same on this side. Oh, you can get a little bit higher on that side. So maybe if that wasn't there, it would. There we go. Actually, if we push it up a little, it goes a little bit higher. It does rotate all the way around as usual. No bicep twist or anything. Single elbow joint there. Again, with that, feels kind of weak, so I have to be careful with that. Of course, the wrist hands there. The ab crunch right under her waist, which doesn't really crunch too much, but it does twist around there because no waist twist or anything. There we go. So, and then the legs, of course, the thighs can come up that high there, or the thigh twists and stuff. Double knee joint, again, as a female, it's super skinny and stuff, so kind of worries me and everything. Then the foot that can go side to side and, of course, flex and everything there. So there we've got our female version down. Again, the boot things keep falling down. So very basic, but cool looking at the same time. For accessories, she does come with two, what they call like javelins or something, but they're things that are part of her powers and stuff, and teleportation and everything, that she can take off, throw, and when they hit the targets, it makes the target teleport and everything. So with these, we can just kind of maybe just stick them in her hand like that real quick. Then she also has a teleportation portal, which is part of her thing. So she opens up portals, can jump through and, like, you know, teleport around and everything, come through, and that's what the javelins come from pieces of her portals here. So like they just come up and she throws them and everything. So obviously you could, had the picture of her like coming halfway through a portal and stuff like in the pictures, but you'd have to like completely get rid of her and stuff, and then obviously you can come out from the side so she can like peek around like hello and everything. So it's cool that she got the portal and stuff there. So it'd be cool to, if it could do like some effects and stuff, to do some pictures and everything with that. And the last thing is the Caliban leg there. We got his left leg with that. And so it's just pretty cool overall. I like the whole portal and teleportation, the little javelin things and stuff that she can throw and all that. It looks pretty cool and everything. And I like the pink colors, and colors really pop on this and everything. Looks very cool. So that's going to be it for Blink. Next up, we've got Jubilee, which of course was a popular character coming out from the 90s cartoon and stuff, since she was kind of like one of the main characters and everything. And so very cool to have her. So Jubilation Lee is her real name, and she had parents that were rich and everything, but then they ended up getting killed. So she turned into a mall rat orphan, so she has no parents and stuff. So she just lives at the mall, hangs out at the mall all the time. So kind of feeds into her outfit and design and stuff, which looks very 90s with the bright popping colors, but looks pretty cool. Little disappointed with this figure, I'll say in a second after we ruin stuff, but just that it doesn't come with something. So here's a look at her face. So there's a look at her face. So again, she is an Asian American, so she will have, of course, an Asian style face there. She has the pink glasses on over her eyes, the pink lipstick there, short haircut there with the black hair that's, of course, all sweeping everything in the 90s design. She got big earrings on there, so it's got the little circle designs there that match the circle on her shirt. I don't know what that's for or anything like that. She does have the bright yellow overcoat on. It's nice neon yellow color. They're very nice looking over the top, of course, like a trench coat style. They're the nice bright pink that's like neon pink color. It's like, looks like it's breaking the camera or something. Pink color there, very nice looking style, again with that logo there on her chest and everything. And then she's got bright blue gloves on, as you can see there, so part of her gloves. She just got jean shorts on with rolled up legs and stuff, a belt, all that, and then blue matching the gloves there for her boots as well, which look very cool and stylish and everything. So for me, it's pretty much the same as Blink, but of course obviously different designs and stuff there. So I do like her glove design stuff, her way she's got her hands and everything to do her powers and all that sort of stuff. Of course, movements there. Very skinny waist though for her compared to Blink, but there she's got the ab crunch and twist and everything there as well. Of course, the jean shorts, the double legs, everything's pretty much exactly the same for her. She is a smaller character since she is supposed to be like a teenage girl and stuff, so kind of short for her and everything there. For accessories, she comes with an additional head without the glasses on, and she's got the bubble gum coming out of her mouth, which I've heard to be careful with this because this gum can break off pretty easily, so I have to be careful with that, and I won't be switching out the heads or anything. It does feel like these glasses are, yeah, pretty much stuck on her face for that one, but she does come with some additional glasses accessories. So like if you have this head, you can go ahead and put the glasses there on her face there, and she comes with another additional pair which are kind of shrunk down. I don't know what they're like, squeezed together. I don't know if that's just packing design or what, but I don't know what they're supposed to be for beyond that, if they're for anything or just have an additional pair if you want to have them. And then the other piece, she comes with Caliban's main body part here. So what I'm disappointed with is that she doesn't come with like any of her power effects, any of like her firework type design stuff. So I wish she would have some of them to go along with her and stuff, like for her powers and everything. But speaking of powers, so she's got pyrotechnic blast, which are like the fireworks and everything. She can make objects explosive, so take stuff, make them explode. She can, and with her powers and stuff, she can evade telepathic detection and stuff. So it's kind of cool. She can kind of be avoided there if she wanted to and everything. So that's it for Jubilee. Next up is Skullbuster. So this is kind of weird and interesting character. He's a member of the Reavers, which is a group of like an army of cybernetic cyborgs and stuff. So have all sorts of like cybernetic bionic implants and everything, as you can see with his body. And there's a whole bunch of different weird looking characters. And so this is just one that we've got here. And it will show something interesting kind of a little bit later. So here we've got Skullbuster himself. So there's been different forms of Skull, I think 3 of them so far, and this is, I believe, just the first one. Not exactly 100% sure on that, but I believe that's who this one is. So very kind of cool. There's a look at his face. So he's got a bald head, of course, with a kind of like a chubbier looking face, it looks, by the design, all painted black with the skull design there on the top with cracked skull. He's got the red eyes. Looks very cool and interesting. I like that head a lot on him. Then he's got a leather jacket on with some armor padding, so a piece of armor there, and a shoulder pad here with spikes going on it, just a black shirt there underneath. And of course his bionic arm, so he's got a bionic arm there and 2 bionic legs for him, and it looks like maybe a hand. Can't really, yeah, it does look like a hand and not a glove there. So different robotic pieces on him. He's got a bandolier here with all sorts of ammo. On his jacket here, he does have additional magazine. There you can see more additional magazines and stuff, bandoliers there on the back of him and everything. Then we've got his belt on here with some pocket stuff, obviously all of his weapons. Then he's got his like shorts and stuff because of his legs, so he doesn't really need much covering on his legs, but it looks like little shorts and stuff. He does have a holster here on the side for a gun. He's got knee pads on, and then the boots there as well. big heavy metal boots by the design stuff it looks like, but they are brown, so you never know. And then of course he's got some armor or some padding stuff, leather pieces here on his hands, so they're around his forearms and everything there, especially covering up his cybernetic pieces and all that sort of stuff. So very nice, cool. Of course with the jacket stuff will have limitation of movements and everything, so like shoulders can only go upside, not really rotate a whole lot. Of course his ab crunch is limited by the jacket, which you can take off by the looks of it, and anything, you know, loose plastic and stuff, so it can be taken off. Of course his twist and everything, so everything else should be the same on the figure, same as all the others. But for accessories, he comes with a gun here, so he's got a big giant weird looking gun there for him and stuff, and of course you can take that and stick it into the holster there like that. And then he does come also with an additional head. Again, I don't know what this head's supposed to be for, if you just put it on him, if it, because there's all different Reaver and stuff, I assume it's going to be another one, and so I assume that's who it is, but I couldn't really figure out who it was. But if you do take the head, you can do what my brother did, which was then buy or take a nuke figure from an older set here and put the head on of, and it makes Murray Reese, which is another one of the characters, another one of the Reaver stuff. So pretty much he has a different gun here though in his hand, but it pretty much looks exactly like that, just with this head on it from Skullbuster. So he already bought a Skullbuster just to have this head and everything. So you just get a nuke and put it on nuke, and you have another one of the Reavers there as well. Again, looks pretty much just like this and everything. So cool that you can do that and make that connection there with those. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Skullbuster. Looks pretty cool and stuff. But with Skullbuster himself, some of his powers, he's got superhuman strength, stamina, leaping, reflexes, optic scanners, and his eyes stuff, probably with this one especially, but you may have it with his actual eyes because they're implants and stuff. And then of course his use of guns, so we get the handgun there as well, and could use probably, you know, rifles and everything else sort of, as well as an for armory and stuff like that. And then the other thing, he comes with the right hand of Caliban, giving us our last piece for him. And that's it for Skullbuster. And the last one is the cool character, of course, of Gambit, the Raging Cajun Remy LeBeau, which is a very cool looking character. Always, of course, one of my favorites, especially from the 90s cartoon and everything. A very cool looking character overall in general. So here's a look at him. So, of course, he's got his brown overcoat that he wears all the time and stuff. So I like that. He has it on here. Of course, the bottom here is kind of a more flexible and stuff, so you can use it. So if you want to do poses and stuff, he can, you know, kind of go into poses a little bit easier with that. But I like the nice big color coming up around his neck and everything. Then of course it goes all the way down to his hands there with the jacket and stuff. Then he's got his classic outfit on underneath. So again, he's got the black design that comes up around his head. So he's got his crazy looking hair here blowing in the wind and stuff over to the side. A look at his face there with his red eyes, creepy looking man there with the red eyes and stuff. A very good looking Gambit face there for him. Then underneath he's got his purple and blue outfit. So I like the metallic purple and metallic blue that they chose for it. Very nice looking design overall, and I always think it's cool with the purple and blue colors and everything scheme. But very nice with the purple like center and then the blue designs on the side. Black pant leggings with the purple little boxes down the side there, same on each side. And then we go down into like his armored blue boots there, so it's got knee pads and stuff, then the boots all the way down, which always look like metal and stuff, so that's why I call them armor and everything there. So that's pretty much for him. Again, for moving stuff, we'll have some limitations again because of just the jacket, so head can obviously move just side to side to the jacket there. Of course, sleeves won't move all the way up. It looks like you can take the jacket off itself, but then he's still going to have the brown arms, so it would look funny and stuff, so you want to leave it on. He's got the gloves on there with some missing finger holes on there. And then again, jacket movement, still can do movements though, but because of it could get a little bit in the way, but not too much. And then of course in this hand he's got his 2 fingers and everything. And yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it for design. Everything else should be the same for all the other character stuff, so not too much detail to go into. But the cool things for him are his accessories. So he does come with his bow staff here, which is always one of my favorite things in general for people to use as weapons and stuff, especially for Gambit here. He comes with one of his cards and stuff that's all power, the kinetic stuff all stored up and stuff. You can stick it in between his fingers there like that, or you can just completely switch out his hand with this throwing card stuff, so it's like he's actually, you know, throwing the card stuff. He's got 3 of them there, and then an additional little swipe there to go along with that as well. So you can switch out his hand for it if you wanted to do it for that. But for some of his power stuff, he's got quite a bit, so I'll just have to go through them all. So he stores up kinetic energy, and he can do it in objects and use that and turn it into like explosion stuff. But along with that, he also, so that's why cards and stuff, so he can take any sort of inanimate object but take the kinetic energy, or the potential energy inside of it, and turn it into kinetic energy, which is like explosions and stuff. So that's why he uses cards a lot, and it, like from reading up on it, it says he uses cards and stuff because they're so small, and so the smaller the object, the faster he can charge them up. So with cards, he can throw them a lot faster and stuff. He can also do it with his staff, but because it's bigger, it takes longer to charge up and everything, so he doesn't do it, as often. But he can pretty much take any object and do it by, like I said, it's all based on the bigger the object, the longer it takes to charge up to use as a weapon and everything. So that's why I like smaller objects more. But with also his powers, he's got superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and flexibility. And then with his static generation that he can do with the energy and stuff like that, he can also use it to block mind control on his mind, so he can, not be controlled, and everything can be read by people like Jean Grey and Xavier and stuff like that. And then of course he's got superhuman charm, which he always likes to love and hit on Rogue and stuff, his wife and everything. So very cool looking character, and it'd be fun to probably take this and get it into poses and everything with Gambit. Will be pretty cool. And that's it for him. He doesn't come with any Caliban pieces or anything, so that's it for Gambit. That leads us to our last character here of building Caliban, so let me get him together. So here's Caliban all put together, which is pretty cool. I mean, very basic, not very entertaining looking character and stuff. He's, just a couple different colors, but overall it looks pretty cool. It's very nice and big, so we can like compare him to Beast, so you can see the height difference there. And then of course, even if you want to do Wolverine down here, so you can see the size difference going on between the different characters and everything, but still very cool looking. We still call it Caliban in a couple of movies. Again, he was in X-Men Apocalypse and in the Wolverine movie, or Logan, I guess it was called. So we saw him, but of course he didn't look anything like this in either one of those. But it's pretty dang cool. So let's look for movements though. So for head, can also twist, around quite a bit and move all the way around. There's a look at his face though. Very mean, angry looking face there with the mouth open, yellow eyes, and of course these giant like eyebrows coming off the side of his head and stuff there. All white. He's an albino, so he's got the all white skin and everything there as well. Then he's got a red and looks to be like metallic white outfit design here. I like how this looks like a face or a skull of some sort. You can really see it there on the back and everything there. But for arm movement stores, he can move his arms up and down. Of course, can't go all the way though up because of his giant muscles up here, but it can rotate all the way around. Maybe there, yeah, rotate all the way around. Has just the single arm joint here, no double elbow. Wrist, of course, can flex and everything in there and twist all the way around. He's got the ab crunch, waist twist, legs can move around. Look at those giant meaty thighs there. Thigh twist there, double knee, as you can see. Unfortunately, this leg joint is kind of weird and loose and kind of bent. My brother will probably buy another one just to replace this out and everything. But yeah, it's got the weird leg there messed up and everything. Then of course his foot there at the bottom can flex and twist with his big toe and then little toes off to the side. So very cool looking character overall. Again, just nothing too exciting or anything with him. He's a big muscular guy. But for some of his power stuff, so with Caliban, he's a mutant tracker, so he can detect mutant stuff and be able to track and find people. So it's kind of like a human Cerebro and stuff. So that's what they use him for in movies and in their movies and everything. In Apocalypse they did, and then as well in Logan. And he can control and kind of manipulate whatever, like people's fears and stuff. So he can work on that. And then of course in this form he has superhuman strength. So he does have a little like scrawny version as well, that like we saw in the movies. But this version would be he has a couple different forms, but it'd be like his Hellhound or Death of the Horseman of Apocalypse. So when he's joined up with Apocalypse, they make him, this big giant version and everything. And so he's got the strength and then all his other powers as well to go along with that. And that finishes up this X-Men Wave 4 of the Marvel Legends with the Build-A-Figure of Caliban here, which again, overall cool set. I really like X-Men stuff, so I really enjoy it. Again, Caliban's not that exciting, especially I like colors and stuff that pop, and he's just kind of plain and basic, so not very interesting at all, but still pretty cool at all. The big giant figure and stuff again. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your favorite character out of this set was, or just figure in general. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos on Marvel Legends and everything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.